Welcome to our deep dive into the political and economic power of countries around the world. It's a messy, complicated, and frankly, at times, utterly horrifying look at how some nations throw their weight around, while others, well, let's just say, others get thrown. Today we'll be ranking countries from the least to the greatest in terms of their influence and strength. Now, before you grab your pitchforks and nationalist outrage, understand this isn't about glorifying one country over another. This is about understanding the systems in place, the historical baggage everyone's carrying, and how all of it impacts, well, everything. Buckle up, because we're about to navigate a geopolitical minefield with the subtlety of a rhinoceros in a china shop. Let's start with Somalia, a nation that's been absolutely ravaged by decades of conflict, famine, and political instability. We're talking about a country where having a functioning government is considered a major win for the weak. And even then, it's more like a participation trophy because, let's be honest, holding on to power longer than a fruit fly in a hurricane is a challenge in itself. The economy. Well, imagine trying to sell ice to a polar bear during a blizzard. It's tough out there. Years of fighting have crippled infrastructure, drought has decimated agriculture, and piracy, while a lucrative business for some, hasn't exactly boosted Somalia's international investment portfolio. Next we have Haiti, a nation synonymous with natural disasters and political turmoil, and while those factors have undoubtedly played a role in its current state, let's be clear, Haiti's problems are far more man-made than Mother Nature. Centuries of colonialism, followed by a string of dictatorships that would make a Roman emperor blush, have left Haiti economically and politically crippled. Imagine a country constantly on the verge of a nervous breakdown, and you'd have a pretty good picture of Haiti's political landscape. And add to that crippling poverty, a lack of basic infrastructure, and a vulnerability to natural disasters that would make even the most optimistic person reach for a stiff drink, and you start to understand the uphill battle Haiti faces. Yemen. Oh, Yemen. Where to even begin? Imagine a country stuck in a George R.R. Martin novel, except instead of dragons, there are drones, and instead of White Walkers, it's a complex web of warring factions fueled by regional powers with their own agendas. Years of civil war, fueled by outside intervention and internal divisions, have turned Yemen into a humanitarian catastrophe of epic proportions. We're talking about a country where millions are on the brink of starvation, where hospitals have become targets, and where children are more likely to die from preventable diseases than old age. It's a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict. And frankly, it's a goddamn travesty. Afghanistan, a nation synonymous with conflict, a geopolitical football kicked around by empires for centuries. And just when you thought things couldn't get any more complicated, the Taliban decided to host a Take Our Country Back tour. And, well, let's just say the RSVP list was surprisingly short. Now, Afghanistan faces an uncertain future. The economy is in shambles, basic services have gone the way of the dodo, and the international community is watching with a mixture of cautious optimism and, here we go again, resignation. It's a pivotal moment for Afghanistan, but whether this transition leads to stability or further turmoil remains to be seen. North Korea, the land of secretive dictators, nuclear ambitions, and a haircut that would make even the most dedicated hipster jealous. This is a country shrouded in mystery, where information is tightly controlled and stepping out of line can land you in a labor camp faster than you can say Juche ideology. Economically, North Korea is about as stable as a Jenga tower built by a caffeinated squirrel. Crippling sanctions, coupled with a government more interested in building missiles than feeding its people, have left the economy in a perpetual state of, dear God, how is this even possible? Venezuela, once a beacon of prosperity in Latin America, now a cautionary tale of how quickly things can go wrong when you mix political incompetence with an unhealthy addiction to oil. We're talking about a country where hyperinflation has turned the national currency into something you'd use to start a bonfire, not buy groceries. The political situation, let's just say it's more of a telenovela than a functioning democracy, complete with power struggles, accusations of corruption, and enough international intrigue to make a Bond villain blush. The Philippines, a nation with a complex history shaped by colonialism, natural disasters, and a revolving door of leaders with varying degrees of competence. From Spanish rule to American intervention, the Philippines has seen its fair share of outside influence, leaving an indelible mark on its political and economic landscape. These days, the Philippines is trying to find its footing on the global stage, grappling with issues of poverty, corruption, and a drug war that's about as effective as a screen door on a submarine. Brazil, the land of samba, carnival, and enough natural resources to make even the most jaded oil executive weep with joy. But beneath the surface of this vibrant nation lies a complex reality, one marked by economic inequality, political corruption, and a deforestation problem that's making the Amazon rainforest look like a bad toupee. Brazil has all the ingredients for global superpower status: a young population, abundant resources, and a growing economy. But whether it can overcome its internal challenges and realize its full potential is the billion-dollar question. India, the world's largest democracy, a land of ancient traditions and cutting-edge technology, and a nation on the cusp of becoming a global superpower. With a population set to surpass China's and an economy growing at a breakneck pace, India is demanding attention on the world stage. But India's rise is not without its challenges. Poverty, religious tensions, and a bureaucracy that makes the DMV look like a well-oiled machine are just a few of the hurdles India must overcome to achieve its full potential. The United States, the reigning heavyweight champion of global politics, the land of opportunity, and a country that seems to have a limitless capacity for both inspiring innovation and shooting itself in the foot. From its military might to its economic dominance, the US remains a force to be reckoned with. But America's grip on the top spot is starting to slip. Political polarization, social unrest, and a foreign policy that often resembles a toddler with a hammer have tarnished its image abroad and sown division at home. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the political and economic landscapes of the world. As you've seen, it's a messy, complicated, and ever-changing picture. Countries rise and fall, power shifts, and the only constant is change itself. The world is not black and white, good versus evil, or us versus them. It's a tapestry woven from countless threads, each representing the hopes, struggles, and complexities of the human experience. So, the next time you're tempted to reduce a nation to a single stereotype or a simplistic headline, remember the nuances, the contradictions, and the sheer messy beauty of our interconnected world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content.